Alright guys, it is Kieran from Red Devil Weekly and we are back. It is 10:05 and we are doing another Manchester United live stream. Today we're going to be talking about the Lemar transfer speculation and whether he'll be coming to Manchester United, and also other transfer news, and also reflecting on a very, very good Premier League game week for Manchester United. And today I have a very special guest with me. I have Zach's Footy World. Hello buddy.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. After that City result, I'm pretty happy. But, you know, we're going to get into that a bit later. Thank you to everyone who's already joined. Thank you, Noah, for joining. Asian Gamer, thank you for joining as well. And United fan, thank you very much for joining the stream as well. And how can I forget Cristiano Ronaldo? How can I forget you, pal? And if you haven't already, please do like the stream and subscribe to the channel. And also subscribe to Zach's channel. His channel is in the description down below, so go give him a sub. But the main news of the day is there's a bit of speculation surrounding Thomas Lemar and whether he might be coming to Manchester United. Obviously, he's been mostly linked with Arsenal throughout the transfer window, sorry. But it does seem that Manchester United might be wanting to enter the race for Thomas Lemar. Now, I mean, in my personal opinion, I'm not sure whether he'd be a great fit for Manchester United. Obviously, you know, he's got a lot of, you know, attributes which are quite attractive. You know, he's young and he's had that Champions League experience. And don't get me wrong, he's a very good player, but I'm not sure if he'd be the right player that, you know, Mourinho or Manchester United want to sign. But you know, Zach, what are your opinions? Do you think, you know, Lemar would be a good fit at Manchester United?
Well, look, I think he's talented. He's a winger, very fast, two-footed, could go bomb down the wing and then hit it at the byline. But the problem is he's very young and he'd probably be taking Anthony Martial's place. You just don't want to see that because Anthony Martial, I think, is a better player overall. I think he has more potential, and Anthony Martial is probably better right now, and he's a year younger. So I think it would disrupt Anthony Martial's growth, and it could definitely force Anthony Martial out of the club, and I think a lot of fans wouldn't like to see that. So obviously there's pros and cons with him, but that's one of the big cons. He's young. He doesn't have much experience as well. So I'm wondering whether you keep him for a couple of seasons. So I wouldn't go in for him now because he hasn't really kept it up. He's only done it for 1-2 seasons, so I'd like to see him do it for a couple of seasons extra, and then I think we could go in for him. But at the same time, we've got Anthony Martial. He's banging in goals. I do not think we need him.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think that is one of the worries, obviously, bringing in a winger, obviously, when you've got quite a few options, especially Martial, who's, even after the great performances he's putting in, he's struggling to get pitch time at the moment, which is unfortunate for him. So I do agree that if we did bring in someone like Lemar, Martial might not be too happy with it, and also the fact that, you know, his pitch time will probably go down even more than it already is. And I actually think that, you know, Martial is showing some really good potential and doing really, really well this season. I know it's only 2 games in, but he's showing some fantastic. He's sort of showing us what he can really do, and I don't think he really got a chance at that last season. Or yeah, but I mean, obviously, you know, I do think Manchester United are going to sign one more person before the window shuts. I mean, I'm not really sure if we really need that one more player, but I don't know what you think about that. But obviously, if we were going to sign someone, is there any candidates which you think would be the best fit?
Well, firstly, I think we probably don't need anyone, but we need to see. We kind of not anyone for the first team, but I think we do need better squad depth. I don't think Fellaini cuts it as a centre mid depth player. I think we need better players in depth. For me, I do think we'll sign someone, and I think it will probably be out of Aurea, Perisic, and maybe an outside bid Draxler, and then maybe like completely outside Renato Sanchez. I just don't think it's getting him from Bayern Munich, but it would be amazing buy for Renato Sanchez. But my proper candidate will probably be Aurea to be our first and top priority, then Perisic, and then Draxler if PSG are willing to sell after that Neymar ridiculous move to PSG. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think the players you mentioned, I probably accept them at Manchester United. Obviously, the Perisic sort of saga has been going on for so long. I mean, it seems like it started right at the very start of this transfer window. Um, so I think I was watching United stand, and Mark made a good point, Mark Gorge, about the fact that if Ivan Perisic, if we do, or one of the callers on the show made a good point saying if we don't get Ivan Perisic, it could be seen as a waste of time. We should have been going for some other players, and yeah, it's going for some other players. So I think obviously Perisic, I'm not sure. I think he looks very, very close to signing that new contract. And to be honest, I'm not really sure if we're going to actually get that deal over the line. But I mean, I think Jose Mourinho, I think he's more looking for maybe like a wing back type player. But I mean, there are a few candidates out there which would fit that bill. But I mean, I actually think it could be someone who we haven't really been previously linked with, and it could be sort of sprung upon us, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm I think I think he's going to strengthen in that wing back area. Obviously, we're playing Valencia and Blind at the moment, and they're doing a quite good job. But maybe Jose Mourinho wants a bit more of the a bit more of a quality player in there. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings in a taller player because he does like those taller players. But yeah, who would you guys in the comments want to see? Asian Gamer says he wants Fabinho as backup. I mean, that would be I would be a decent song. Obviously, before Matic was linked with us and we did buy Matic, everyone was saying that they wanted Fabinho and stuff. And I think I certainly didn't really want Matic, and I was going to more towards Fabinho. But I think now that we've got Matic, I'm not sure if we really need Fabinho. I mean, you might have a different opinion on this, Zach, but I mean, I don't. I guess he can play that sort of defensive role as well. But do you think we need Fabinho as backup?
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I think we do need Fabinho because if there's so many positions we could have him in. We could have him in the centre defensive midfield role where Matic, because he's 29, he might get injured, or he could obviously he did play a lot for Chelsea, so I don't really think that would be the case. But he could get suspended. We don't really have a CDM role now. Fosu Mensah has gone to Crystal Palace, so we got to get a CDM in. And I think Fabinho could be that backup CDM. And I don't think Matic should be here for, 3 years? So we could have Fabinho for a CDM and right back coverage. And then Matic can go and he can fill the CDM role in. Or for the right back, Valencia will probably go in a year or two, and then Fabinho can take that because he's very solid at right back and he's very, very solid at CDM, as we saw last year. An amazing, amazing player. The only thing holding this up is whether Fabinho would be able to sit on the bench for maybe half the season until Valencia goes, maybe next year or the year after that, and whether he would like to play right back or CDM, because if he wants to play CDM, that'll probably be a no-go because obviously Matic has signed for the club. But it'd be very, very interesting to see. I would love to see Fabinho because I class him as one of the world's promising CDMs, and I'd definitely take him over Matic today. Even I know Matic has had an amazing, amazing performance, but I love Matic, but I'm still leaning towards Fabinho. I've been campaigning for Fabinho for the whole freaking summer. I'm not going to let go of him now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, yeah. To be fair, you did make some good points there. To be honest, but I was just going to say, I was sort of thinking, in my opinion, I don't know. I think the squad we have now is I reckon if we don't bring anyone in, I think I'm still be satisfied with that. Obviously, I mean, I would welcome Fabinho in. Obviously, I think he's a very good player to have in the squad, and I think a lot of teams around Europe would definitely take him. But I'm just not sure if, I mean, in my opinion, we really need him in the squad. But I mean, I can see where you're coming from, definitely. Rayan Abbas has joined us. Welcome to the stream, and if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. Rayan says Rooney just made a City team look at an average team. He did. I mean, yeah, he did. I think that result against City for Everton was very, very good. Obviously, going away to the Etihad is a very hard place to go, especially for a team like Everton. Obviously, they bought quite well, but it's very, very good. I mean, I guess you could say Everton are sort of top 4 rivals maybe. So it's good that Man City and Everton both dropped points, although I probably would have rathered they beat Man City. But, a very good performance on the whole from Everton tactically. Ren also says we should get a proper winger to get those crosses in. I mean, I see what you mean. I think obviously right now, we usually start with Mkhitaryan and Rashford, and I think they are doing a very decent job. Obviously, Mkhitaryan has got a lot of assists already, but yeah, I do agree. We don't really get too many crosses in, and having Lukaku there and not crossing the ball it's somewhat wasting his talent. But and as you said, yes, if we were able to get those crosses in, it would give us another dimension and things like that. But get your suggestions in the comments. If we were going to bring in a winger, who would you want to be going down those flanks? But as me and Zach were saying, I mean, I guess Martial is, I think we could both agree and say that we don't really want Martial to leave the club. And I think if we do bring in a winger, will that stifle him, and will that make him not get as much pitch time or anything? But yeah, keep getting your comments and stuff in the chat. But obviously, it's the end of Premier League, the Premier League game week 2. Manchester United, 8 goals scored, none conceded. I don't think we saw this coming, but a very, very good start to the season, obviously. And obviously after this start, a lot of speculation about it can go on win the title, and are we the title favourites now? Zach, would you put us as title favourites after these first 2 games, or do you think it's too early to judge?
Look, I really want to say we're title favourites because in my heart I think we are, but I don't think. I think it's too early because considering last season we won 3 out of 3, 9 points, and then the 4th game of the season, City came and destroyed us. So I think we win these. For me, before the international break, it's all about getting those points on the board, but not getting carried away. Obviously, these performances are very, very good. Shows us what we're capable of and how well the team is performing. But at the same time, we can't get carried away. We were away to Swansea and at home to West Ham. Our hardest fixture is against Leicester, so we've got to consider about that. But for me, just get these 9 points on the board, and hopefully we can build on from that. But do not get carried away because your heart will be broken like last season. We do not want to see anything like that. So just keep on grinding away, getting 3 points, and then from December, I would probably judge whether we're title favourites, because after the December period, that's when you start to see who the men from the boys.
I totally agree with you. I think obviously it would be very easy to get carried away, but I mean, I think, yeah, as you said, get those 9 points. Another great performance against Leicester. Get those 9 points on the board. Go into that international break, build it. And I think last season we did that, and then after the international break we sort of faltered slightly. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. Welcome to our to a few people who've joined the stream. Welcome Vitality Swiss. Welcome Matthew Jones. Welcome George, and welcome Tubes. Welcome to stream, guys. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button, and also subscribe to me and subscribe to Zach's Footy World, everyone. Subscribe to him on the road to 80 subscribers. So go give him a sub. Guys, thank you. If you haven't already, please do share the stream as well. Feel free to share it with your friends or anything like that. Would be very much appreciated. But I want to get your thoughts in the chat as well. Where do you think Manchester United are going to finish in the league? I know this question has been asked quite a lot of times, but after the first 2 games, has your mind changed? Have you become more optimistic? I mean, is it just me? I mean, this is just me, but I'm actually excited to now play one of the big teams. I'm actually excited for once to see how we'll do against one of those big teams. I'm a bit skeptical and a bit worried. But now, after those first 2 games, I know I'm getting slightly carried away, but I'm actually sort of excited to see how we actually play against them, because last season we were a bit more defensive, and Mourinho just wanted to away from home and things like that, just wanted to get a point or whatever and just get out of there. But maybe we're going to play a bit more attacking. Just going to read a few of the comments here. Vitality Swift says everyone in the top 6 have dropped points. Yes, they have actually. Thinking about it, obviously the draw today meant that Everton also dropped points and Man City dropped points. So we're the only team to have an unbeaten record in the Premier League, except for Huddersfield, I think. Huddersfield have also got one. I'm not sure about any other teams. George Kyle says United top of the table from now until May. I mean, hopefully that does happen, but I mean, I don't see it. I see us going through some sort of rough patch, but hopefully that doesn't happen too soon. Or maybe it might be better if it happened a bit sooner. You never know. Let's see what else you're saying. Ryan says we need to beat teams like Tottenham to be title contenders. Oh yeah, the game yesterday, obviously Chelsea-Tottenham. It was a pretty close contested game, I thought. And I think both of those teams, come the end of the season, will be challenging for that top spot. But we'll just see. I think, obviously last season we failed to beat those bigger teams. So we need, I think, as you said, we need to get those results against those bigger teams if we want to stand any chance of winning the league. Let's see what you guys are saying in the car. I have to scroll down a bit. Oh, West Brom as well, says Tubes. Has got a 100% record. Very, very decent. So, yeah, top 3 teams in a unbeaten record. Vitality Swift says, Mkhitaryan is so key to this team, so happy with the depth of the team, and I really hope Martial starts against Leicester. Rashford hasn't done anything wrong other than his poor finishing. I'm going to get you on this, Zach. I think, obviously, there's been a few really good performers in these first few games, but who do you think are going to be the key players and the players who we're going to be praising come the end of the season?
Well, look, you see Lukaku, how clinical he is. I reckon he'll be definitely top 1. You see how well Pogba's starting to fit him, because I think last season it was him getting back used to the Premier League, used to how physical, used to how fast, used to how strong the Premier League is compared to Serie A. And I think he's kind of clocked onto that, and I think you'll see a Pogba great finish. I reckon Pogba will probably score about 15 goals this season. Very, very excited about that. And then I've gone with Mkhitaryan because he's the assist king. And then I've gone with Matic and then Bailly. And then I also think De Gea won't really have anything to do this season. I think Bailly will clear it all up. And I think you'll see Matic doing the dirty work for the team, doing a Michael Carrick-esque role and just dominating teams, doing all the dirty work, not getting the man of matches, but doing a man of the match performance. But yeah, it's really, really cool to see how many strong players we have this season, to see how many strong performances we'll have, because if Lukaku doesn't perform, you've always got Martial or Pogba trying to go for the goals, or Rashford. If Martial doesn't perform in one game, Rashford will come on. If Rashford doesn't perform, Martial can come on. You've got Pogba, you've got Herrera maybe replacing a Mata if he doesn't perform. There's so much squad depth. It's very, very good. So it can be anyone. Like Herrera can have an amazing game. Herrera could have an amazing season like last season. There's probably a lot of long shots for this time because you've got Mata who could have an amazing season. Maria seems to be liking them. You've got Herrera and maybe a complete long shot. You could have Rojo when he comes back could be absolutely fantastic, or Lindelof even. But yeah, there's so many choices.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, obviously the spine of the team as well. You got Matic, Pogba, De Gea, Bailly. It's a very, very strong, strong spine there. And I would say, obviously, if we are going to win the league, we'll need that big man up front, Lukaku, to get those goals. So I think he's going to be key. And also, I think Pogba's going to show all those doubters that he had last season, that they're completely wrong, and he's going to absolutely boss the midfield this season. And as you said, Mkhitaryan, he's looking to improve on last season's performances, and he already has shown what he's capable of and what he's capable of doing. Just to read a few of the comments, George Kyle seems to be a fan of you, Zach. And also, if George, if you want to see more of Zach, his link is in the description. Go give him a sub. He does daily Manchester United videos, fantastic videos as well. So anyone who hasn't already subscribed to him, link in the description, go and give him a sub. Matthew Jones seems to also be a fan as well. Very, very good. You got a lot of fans on tonight. Rayan says, watching Pogba and Matic playing together feels nostalgic, like watching two central midfielders in the classic 4-4-2 formation. Players you can defend as well as attack. I think that's as the game is developing, I think it is very, very important that, you have those sort of players in the team. So it's really, I think, Pogba and Matic together is just a match made in heaven. I'm so glad that Mourinho, actually did bring Matic. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was one of those people who didn't really, see why we wanted Matic. But now he's shown me, he's sort of shut me up in a way. And he's shown me why he's a great midfielder. So that's absolutely fantastic. Just to say, also there's other links at other channels in the description, like United Lads, Man United Max, and I believe, I think also go subscribe to Big O, aka the United Roundup as well. And also my Twitter link is in the description as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So if you want to go follow me on Twitter and follow Zach on Twitter as well. I'm pretty sure is your at the football G. Yeah, that's his at the football G. I'll put it in the chat, or you can put it in the chat. I'm not sure, Zach. I don't mind, but
I'll put it in.
All right, yeah. Zach is going to put his at in the chat. Go follow him on Twitter if you haven't already. He's going to put the link in the chat. Hopefully he doesn't remove it. Hello to a few people. Hello to Man United God 7, and welcome Alex Bork as well. All right.
I'll just write it down.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. All right. Okay. So thank you everyone who's already joined. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Also get your thoughts and things like that. That is Zach's at in the chat there, at the football G. Search that on Twitter and go give him a follow. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's watching. See you later, Matthew Jones. Have a great dinner time. But yeah, Man United God says subscribe to Red Devil MUFC. Oh yeah. Also, go subscribe to them. I've watched a few of their videos. They're not too bad. So go give them a sub as well.
Anyone's new around here, subscribe. Red Devil Weekly is nearly at 150 subs. Come on, 6 people, and we can get him to 150. Come on, lads.
Appreciate the support there, Zach. I know. Thank you very much for 144 subscribers as well. Thank you for everyone who subscribed, and we are so close to 150. Let's try and hit that. Obviously, let's try and hit that before the Leicester game. Let's try and hit that before the Leicester game. I'm being bold here, but we'll see what we can do. You guys are a great community, so nothing. I wouldn't put it past you guys. You're a great community, great bunch of people. So thank you very much for all the support. I did see a comment from Vitality, which was quite good. Let's just.
Yeah, just a good comment.
Yeah, he's a decent bloke. He says, we are becoming such an efficient team, not as fast and exciting in some games, but we are almost always guaranteed to finish off these teams in the final 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, it is really it's actually quite it's quite cool to see that in these last 10-15 minutes we're actually being very, very clinical, and it's much different from last season when we couldn't finish off these sort of teams, and we've shown a very good improvement. Obviously, I'm going to try not to get carried away because it's the first 2 games and a lot of things can change. One injury can change everything, but right now we're playing absolutely fantastic, and it looks like I need a charger, so I'm actually going to go for a second. But Zach, if you've got any points to make, you can make them while I get the charger.
All right, okay. Well, I just want to talk about how our conversion rate's gone up. If you look at the stats, for our whole season, we had 12% for our whole conversion rate last season. And over these 2 games, we have had 56%. An absolute incredible increase for our side. Obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic not being in the squad and Lukaku being in the squad is a big factor to that. But at the same time, you've got a lot of players starting to step up now. You've got Pogba absolutely destroying teams. And I think it's very, very interesting how much Pogba kind of has stepped up. Obviously, it's only been in 2 games, so we can't really get carried away. But it just shows, hopefully, he can keep this up for the whole season. We're just going to read a couple of your comments. Ryan Abbott says, I wish Mata scores at least 10 goals in the league this year. Will be a huge help. I think he will. United Lads says 3-0 to us. I think 3-0 to Manchester United against Leicester, definitely. Vice says 3-1. United Lads says 2-1. And Ryan Abbott says 2-0 to Manchester United. I do want to bring something up. about this game against Manchester City versus Everton. Obviously, it was a 1-1 draw. In the 32nd minute, but I think I noticed from the Manchester City game was that Jose Mourinho was at the game. Obviously, this is probably because of the match that's happening in December, but it's very, very interesting to see. Obviously, they're coming off a win. You'd think most managers would be taking maybe a day or two off and just chilling out for a bit or doing some training, but no, Jose Mourinho is going to be taking on the empty had, and he's going there and he's reviewing all the points and he's seeing where he can improve his squad, seeing where City's weaknesses are, seeing where City's strengths are, and seeing how to counteract that. And I think it just shows how Jose Mourinho is always trying to be faster, stronger, well, not faster himself, make his team faster, make everything faster, make everything click, and find the weaknesses so he can completely exploit them in the December game. And hopefully that can pay off, and we'll see if that pays off. And hopefully we'll revert back to the stream and be like, you know what? Zach was right. Zach was right. Let's read some comments. Top Sub says Jamie Vardy having no party, so you won't be drinking vodka. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back today. I'm back. I don't know why I said back today, but yeah, I'm back. But yeah, you know, you're a natural there. I'm not gonna lie. It might get you to do some more of my streams. But yeah, if you want more of that, go subscribe to Zach. Link in the description. But yeah, cheeky plug there. But yeah. Obviously, you guys are giving your predictions. That's fantastic. If I'm going to give my prediction, I'm probably going to go... I want to say another 4-0, to be honest. I do want to say another 4-0, but I don't think it... Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. I'm probably going to go with... I do think they're going to score, and I think it'll probably be something like 3-1, probably. I'm going to go with 3-1. I think Lukaku will score again. Mkhitaryan, I think, will actually get a goal instead of an assist. And I'm debating whether Martial or Pogba. I think I'm going to go Martial if he gets on the pitch, which I think he will do, but we never know. He might start after his 2 good performances. Tube says Zach's better speaking than most commentary on TV. There you go. There you go. Yeah, shout out to all you guys in the chat. You've been absolutely fantastic on this stream. Let's see what you guys are saying. United Lad says all the top sides have dropped points except United. It's great, isn't it? Great. 2 games in and already we've gained at least 3 or 4 points on every team, which is absolutely every team that's going for that top spot. So that's absolutely fantastic. So great start to the season, but obviously, guys, let's not get carried away. As I was about to get carried away, but I tried to rein myself in. But it's hard sometimes when, obviously we haven't had this sort of start in absolutely ages. 4-0, and this is the United way. This is the way that Jose should be playing, as that chant says. What is it called? Jose's playing the way that United should. This is it. This is the United way. United Lad says, gotta go. Thank you very much for joining. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. And also, if you haven't already, please go and subscribe to United Lads. Really, really good fan channel. Did a great stream yesterday. And their link is also in the description down below. Tube says Pogba needs 3 more EPL goals to get his last season's total. Yeah, he's getting off to an absolute fly. And I think for a midfielder, he's doing really, really well this season. And I think, he's I don't know. He just looks a lot more free, obviously, with Matic playing. And I think, this Matic sign is really going to help Pogba at Manchester United. And, yeah, I mean, it looked very, very good signs. Very, very good signs. Tube says Mickey already quadrupled last season's assists he's got. I know, it's crazy. We've got some fantastic stats already going. I actually looked, when I looked on the BBC Sport website, the goal scoring list was actually 3 Manchester United players in a row. So, I mean, that's that. I've never seen that before, really. Maybe in seasons gone by, but it's a great start. I think it's a brilliant start. Man United, I was just laughing at Man United God's prediction. I mean, how many zeros is that?
Oh my gosh, that is 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a billion, 100 million, sorry, to Man United.
Well, I mean, anything's possible in football, as they say. But, I mean, it's a bold prediction there from Man United God. George...
I'll give him £1 million if that was it. that actually happens.
There you go. Bets on there, mate. Bets on. George Kyle says Matic has set all our attacking birds free. I'd agree with that. I think obviously having someone like knowing you have someone like Matic behind you is absolutely fantastic, and you know it's sort of just like, you know, you can go forward and express yourself, and even if you lose the ball higher up the pitch, it's not going to be too, you don't have to worry about it too much, to be honest. So it's really good having Matic there. Vitality says we gained so much energy towards the end of the game, which is brilliant, whether it's from new training sessions or not. We have definitely seen that in Pogba and Martial goals, seen that in Pogba and Martial goals from counter-attacks. Yeah, I would definitely agree. It does seem that we're going into these last few minutes of games and we're, you know, just being absolutely devastating. And we saw against Swansea, I mean, I was watching it and it was just amazing. Like, you know, obviously Lukaku got his second goal, and then it was almost like, you know, 30 seconds from kickoff, we got the next goal, and like 3 goals in, I don't know, what, 3-4 minutes. Absolutely fantastic. It was just devastating. I'm not sure if that's going to happen against the bigger teams, but you know, you never know. I mean, obviously, with the title, with all the squads in the Premier League, I'm going to come to you, Zach. Who do you think is Manchester United's main title rivals after seeing, you know, all the teams play twice?
Well, I've got 2. I've gone for, this is what I think for the top 6. I'll go for my top 6 prediction basically. I've gone for a Arsenal 6th, Arsenal Fan TV meltdown, Arsenal Fan TV chill all season. I've gone for Spurs in 5th, Liverpool, and then the top 3 I think are going to be very close, or at least the top 2. I think you've got Chelsea, and then I think Man City will be our target, our main rival. I think it'll go down to the wire. It'll be a Pep Guardiola versus Mourinho. Who will win? An amazing video. I just want to come back to a little point you said. I was in heaven when we started scoring all them. I was literally so happy after scoring. I think it was after Lukaku's goal. There was a couple of minutes later. Then we had the Martial, the Pogba, then the Martial. What an amazing thing that was to see. I was quite happy though, grinding out a result, just purely because like it's quite nice to see us grinding out a result, because that's what you're going to need in the Prem. We're not going to be scoring 4 or 5 goals every single game in the Premier League. We're going to be like taking them 1-0 wins, a bit like how Chelsea did last season. So I think it's close to see like how we're going to perform. Like Jose Mourinho said, how we're going to perform if we're losing, because it's very easy getting another goal when you're 3-0 up. But it's like a different mentality when you're 1-0 down. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how that works. But if we're doing that well, then we'll win the league, in my opinion. If we can come back from a 1-0, go for a 2-1, that's when you see the characteristics in the side to win the Premier League. And I think Manchester United might have that. It will definitely help with the Zlatan Ibrahimovic return, if you want to talk about that. But obviously, so much inexperience. With Zlatan coming back, you get all that. But I'll let you talk about that, mate. But yeah, very, very excited. And I'm really happy with the results. But I'm quite excited for the for a game where we just seal it out 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely agree with you. Obviously, with these 4-0 performances, you know, it does seem that the opposition isn't great, and we are blowing teams away. And you know, it will be interesting to see when our backs against the wall to see, you know, how we fare and how we can get out of a bad situation, and you know, showing that title-winning, you know, spirit to sort of come back and, you know, dig deep. And I think that's one of the main characteristics of title-winning sides. I think, you know, going in there, digging deep, you know, when your back's against the wall, you know, you're 1 goal down, and you just have to rethink and regroup and come back. And I think, you know, if we can show that, we will definitely be you know, title contenders, and we'll definitely, you know, be going for that title at the end of the season. And I think we have the squad that can do that. We've got a lot of experience in that squad. You know, we have I mean, obviously we don't have as many Premier League winners as we used to, but obviously bringing in Matic, you know, I think he's won the Premier League 2 times, maybe even more. So he has a very good spot. We also got Michael Carrick in there who can help the squad. We've got obviously we sold Wayne Rooney, but we've got David De Gea as well. So we've got a few players in there who know what it means to win that Premier League title and dig deep and things like that. And as you said, I think, you know, in some ways, I think a 1-0 digging out a 1-0 result away from home against a really top team is a performance which can make you give you the same happiness as a 4-0 win against a relegation battler. But what do you guys think in the chat? Get your thoughts and opinions on what we are talking about. George says, this is one for you, Zach. I'm not sure if you already read it, but George says, Zach, you should call in on the United stand. I can get you on the show. I know people. There you go. You got to weigh in. You got to weigh into the. Got to weigh into the.
I don't know how I feel on the United stand. I'm sometimes get a bit uncomfortable, a bit scared,
When
like the United stand's obviously such a big thing. I love it, but it'd be very, very interesting. I think I'd be all right though. I tend to speak like some sense, not all sense, but some sense. I'm just trying to find the group stage thing for that comment someone put in.
Oh yeah.
Because he was asking when was the group stage match for that the Manchester United scores and fixtures and Champions League. There we go. You want to talk for a minute? I'll just get it.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, Zach's sorting you out. United fan. Obviously, Man United are in that draw. Get in there. We're in the draw for the. We weren't in it last season, but this season we got back in that draw, and it'll be exciting. Playing that group stage, not having to play on Thursdays, having to play on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. The good old days. Wednesdays and Tuesdays. Love it, love it, love it. And also, you don't have to. Obviously, with the Europa League, you have to play on Sundays as well, which is, it's not ideal, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But Tube says Smalling EPL winner. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Smalling as well is another player who we have in there, and also Pogba winning the Serie A, says George Kyle. So yeah, we have a lot of players in there who have won trophies and things like that. And oh sorry, yeah. Oh no, please give. What is the date of the Champions League?
The Champions League draw, where we can find out what the group stage is on Thursday, the 24th of August at 5 p.m. And you can watch it on BT Sport 2.
There you've heard it. Oh my God, best of the words. Yeah, you heard it here first from Zach. Is August the 24th, BT Sport 2, Manchester United. I'm not sure what pot they're going to be in, but they're going to be there. Stay tuned. I might do a live watch along with that. You never know. But
yeah, I'll definitely tune in.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite cool. But obviously, I don't think we go in there as in pot one. So we could potentially get one of the. Oh, so Tube says we could potentially get Real Madrid, Juventus, PSG, Benfica, Besiktas, or Feyenoord. Wow.
Yeah, I thought we were Group 1 because we won the Europa. That's what I thought. Let me just check because Sevilla won it last year.
We could be in. All right, George says we're in pot 2. Maybe pot 1 is for like all the league winners and stuff. Like if you win your league, then you might go in pot 1, and the Europa League's pot 2. But pot 2's still alright. You miss out on teams like Barcelona and all teams like that.
We'd probably get like the second people like in the league. So we'd either get like it would be quite a good draw if we got Roma. You'd maybe get a PSG, which potentially would be threatening because now they got Neymar. They just won 6-2 as well. I just saw his rainbow flick over someone's head. It was incredible. Or maybe Barcelona, but it's someone who probably finished second in the league. That's my guess. But it's going to be very, very entertaining. I would have probably preferred it if we went to like Group 4 or something. We had like some random team, but that's kind of what happens. George says 100% pot 2 though.
Yeah, it does seem that we're going to be in pot 2. Asian Gamer, because the only problem is if I answer your call, then we kick Zach off the line. So I guess if I might be able to add you, but I'm not sure. I need to go back up to the Vitality's comment. He's asking me to read his comment about Matic. He says, I totally get what people are constantly saying about Matic, freeing up people, which is correct, but he has freed up himself, and we have seen a different Matic pushing forward and spraying passes. I think, you make a good point. Obviously, a lot of people, a lot of people are saying that, Matic just freed up Pogba. But as you're saying, definitely, definitely, I think he's also freed up himself, and I think he made that. I mean, I saw that run against West Ham, and I thought, is that Matic or is that Pogba? Obviously, the way they're playing. I mean, the way he just went past a few of those players, absolutely fantastic. So I agree with you, mate, 100%. Some very good comments from Vitality as well. Very good commenter. Thank you very much. And also, that's why he is a mod on the stream. But let's see. George Kyle also comments on that Rainbow Flick. He says, Neymar only does flicks in the Farmers League. I mean, yeah, the thing is, people do say it's a Farmers League. And, I mean, I would agree that a lot of those sides in that league are not exactly the hardest teams in the world. And obviously, the two top teams are like PSG and Monaco. And because Lyon have lost Lacazette, I mean, you can't really call Lyon too much of titles rivals. Look, I'm not the biggest watcher of Liga, but the way I see it, you've got two really rich clubs in Monaco and PSG, and they'll be fighting out for the title for the coming seasons as well. But yeah, I mean, obviously coming back to Farmers, because we're in the Champions League, we don't have to play. Would you? I mean, I'm not sure. I was sort of thinking that, would we want, would we want that one interesting team maybe, like at least not a Real Madrid, but like a team which is going to pose us a bit of a test. Like, I guess, a team which would be interesting to play against. That's just my opinion, really. Tube says pot 1 is Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Spartak Moscow, Chelsea, Juventus, Benfica, and Monaco. All right, fair enough. So the danger men in that one: Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. We can't get Chelsea.
Are they the ones that potential to be in Group 1?
I don't know. Are you all definitely in Group 1? Tube. I'm not sure. But I mean, if I wouldn't want someone like Bayern Munich or Real Madrid in the group stages. I would take someone like a Benfica or a Spartak Moscow or a Shakhtar Donetsk, something like that. But you don't want those Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. You don't want to be like Arsenal.
Either beating either Real Madrid or Bayern Munich to the first or second space, we'd probably go out if we did get that. Definitely. I'm predicting. What's your prediction for the Champions League? Because my prediction is a quarter-final finish.
I would go with that as well. I think we're not. I think our squad's good, but compared to some of the teams in Europe, it's. Real Madrid, we saw they absolutely toyed with us in that game, and they're looking so good as well. So I see them winning a Champions League, which, I mean, who's going to take that Champions League crown off Real Madrid? But yeah, I would go with the quarterfinals. But just to say, thank you very much for Man United LA for joining the streams. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. And he says, did anyone watch the under-23s game today? Obviously, Ashley Young and Luke Shaw playing in that game. I didn't watch it, unfortunately. Apparently, they both played about 58 minutes. So good to see that they're getting minutes under their belt. And hopefully, especially for Luke Shaw's case, hopefully he gets some minutes in the first team. George Kyle says predictions should be based after the Champions League draw. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, obviously, if we get a very hard draw in the group stages, will we go out? You never know. We've got a few predictions here. United Lad says quarterfinal, and United fan agrees and says quarter-final. So, yeah, quarter-final seems to be the general consensus with Manchester United fans, which I think would be very respectable. Obviously, we weren't in the Champions League last season, so a very respectable quarter-final spot would be absolutely fantastic. Let's see. Tubes is saying that pot 3, which is another pot that we can get out of, is Basel, Tottenham, Roma, Anderlecht, Besiktas, and whoever wins out of the qualifiers. I mean, yeah, technically we get Celtic, can't we? I mean, that'd be interesting. But yeah, I think obviously, I think as long as you avoid a really hard one in pot 1, I think we'll be absolutely fine. And obviously, even if we get that hard one, you never know. We can pull off we can pull off a result. Asian Gamer, if you read up the comments, people have been saying who's been in the pot and things like that. I think in pot 1, you've got all the league winners and things like that. Pot 2, we're in pot 2, so we can't get anyone in pot 2, and pot 3 and pot 4, I think, are going to be put in the chat by people. Man United Max has joined us. Welcome to the stream. He says Mourinho was spotted at the City Everton game. Yeah, I think he was. I did see him. He was wearing that cap. I think he thought he could try and disguise himself, but I think I think every single camera picked him up. But yeah, I mean, obviously he was there. I'm not sure what he was doing. Maybe just scouting a bit of the opposition. But that's the manager's job, I guess. And I don't think he was watching as a fan. Let's say I don't think he was watching as a fan of Man City. Let's see. Matt Wilson has also joined us. Welcome to stream, my friend. How are you doing? If you haven't already, guys, as well, just to remind you, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, but also subscribe to Zach's Footy World. He is the man who's providing the excellent debate and debate and things like that in the call. So if you want to subscribe to him, his link, it'll be in the description down below. Very good content as well. Man United Max says scouting. Yeah, I do think he was just doing a bit of scouting. I don't think he likes Pep because Pep is bald. George Carl says Mourinho was watching Rooney on his loan move. Oh yeah. I mean, I thought Rooney's goal, he took it quite well. I think the goalkeeping was slightly suspect, but Rooney scored his 200th goal, and I'm a bit miffed that he didn't score his 200th goal with Man United, but hey ho, he always wanted to go back to Everton, wore those Everton pajamas. The United Roundup is here. Welcome. He says Thomas Lemar. Ha 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 ha. Wow. Well, you never know. You never know what could happen in this transfer market. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button as well. And thanks for joining us. Matt Wilson says, just bought my Champions League tickets and Burnley tickets for Sunday. All right, Tottenham fan there. Enjoy. I think Champions League's a great spectacle, and I do hope I can maybe get to one or two of the games this season, and try and get to those games and hopefully vlog it for you guys. I think that'd be a really good idea. And also, if any of you guys, do go to the games and things like that, United lads are always looking for people to, send in videos and stuff of the games and stuff. So, go and subscribe to their channel, link in the description and stuff. And if you can send in videos and stuff, then go and have a chat and things like that. United lads also says, what a bunch of absolute legends we've got. I do agree. This community that we've got, all the channels and everything like that, Zach, United lads, Man United Max, and everyone as well, all the community, absolutely fantastic. And I'm really happy that you guys have, we've all joined each other, and, it's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, thanks for the like, Matt Wilson. Really appreciate it. Man United Max talking about Griezmann here. He says Griezmann is also interested, but we'd have to trade Mkhitaryan. Oh, I haven't heard that one before. I don't think I would trade Mkhitaryan. Obviously, Griezmann, I'm going to come to you on this, Zach. With Antoine Griezmann, obviously, he had his chance to come, and he said it would be a bit dirty to come to Manchester United. Would you want Antoine Griezmann in the club if it meant we had to trade Mkhitaryan, as Man United Max is suggesting?
Yeah. Just straight up, yeah. He's top 3 in the world for me, or top 4 if you count Neymar, but Farmers League Neymar. Top 3, an absolute beast. He definitely rejected us because he's being loyal. Look, you don't see loyalty like that in the transfer market or in the world at all, in the world of football anymore, because you've seen Neymar going to PSG, and it's very, very good to see, I think, some loyalty. But it now seems like Antoine Griezmann is very sad, because if you saw with his little calling emojis, he was angry. People are reading into that, saying he wants to join Man United again. He probably does want to join Man United, but he's still going to stay there. I think it would be an embarrassment to go Man United after all this tussle he has caused, and I think he'll be staying either until January or summer, but I do think we'll get him, and I'd definitely take him over Mkhitaryan, because for me, if Griezmann was playing in those 2 games, we would have won them 6-5-0. I think he would have produced a goal or 2 goals, and I think he would be a lot more creative than Mkhitaryan. He's a lot more fast, a lot more skillful, and for me, he'd offer a lot more years, and I just rate him over Mkhitaryan. I love Mkhitaryan, but for me, Antoine Griezmann would be fantastic, and he would just give us the title. If we get Griezmann, just give us the title. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I saw a comment about that earlier as well. Yeah, I think Griezmann, I mean, 100% is one of the world's top talents, and I mean, I don't know. I would definitely want him at the club, as you said. And I think it's a no-brainer, really. But obviously with Mkhitaryan, I feel slightly bad for him because he's been doing quite well so far. But I do think that Griezmann is slightly better than Mkhitaryan. So I think obviously, yeah, I think I probably want Griezmann at the club. If you ask me, I'm gonna say it simple. If you ask me, would you rather have Mkhitaryan or Griezmann? I'll go for Griezmann. Let's just end it at that. Man United Max says Mkhitaryan is much more consistent. Oh, that's a very interesting point. Yeah, I think Mourinho is looking for consistency, but I think Griezmann's a bit younger and he's just got that. He's just got it, hasn't he? He's just got it. He's just got it all. I mean, I've got nothing but good words to say about him. Obviously, he got sent off, so that's not helping my cause. But yeah. United Roundup says, what do you say? Oh, I've missed it. What did he say? He said, oh my God. He said, I think we should get. Oh wow, I waited all that for. He says, I think we should get Roberto Funes Mori. Well, thanks for that. I don't really see that transfer happening, but if it does happen, then Mystic Meg over there. But yeah, I don't think we need Funes Mori, but I don't know. I think that's probably a joke. And I hope for your sake that was a joke. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, United Lad says, I don't want a player who doesn't want to willingly wear the red shirt. Di Maria is a prime example. I completely respect Antoine Griezmann's loyalties to Atletico Madrid, however. That is a point. Obviously, you do want those players who are going to be loyal to the club and are going to show passion for that red shirt. And yeah, I would definitely agree. But I think that, if Griezmann does join, I think he will show that passion. Obviously, he's talked all about, David Beckham being his idol and all that stuff. And I think there'd be no problem about passion. Obviously, you could argue if we did get him, he'd be coming possibly for the money that we paid for him. But I don't know. I think it'd still be a very, very good addition to the squad. Let's see. Vitati, he says, it could possibly ruin our squad if we are still consistently winning and keeping the same squad for a long period of time. Like Chelsea, they hardly changed up their squad weekly. I think, yeah, obviously, there's some pros and cons to keeping the squad the same. Obviously, obviously, if you keep the squad the same, you get that consistent performance, and everyone knows where their place is. But if you don't change it, then maybe that could be a bad thing. But I think right now we're playing really well, and for the first time, I think Jose Mourinho knows or has got close to his best team or knowing his best team, and I think that's a real positive for us. Alex is back. Welcome back to the stream, Alex. Welcome back. Tube says, he says Lukaku, Griezmann, Martial, Mickey, Matic, Pogba, Jones, Bailly, Shaw, Valencia, De Gea. What a lineup that would be. And as Zach was saying, hand over the title right now. I mean, we saw with Manchester City's performance. I'm gonna be honest here, right? I mean, it does seem like they have the same problems as we did. They were not taking their chances. And I mean, I thought it was awful refereeing for the Schneiderlin sending off. So I think they were lucky with that. But Man City don't look. I think they look all right, but they didn't look as good as I thought they were going to be. So obviously, as we said, early doors. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Any other comments? Zach, any comments which have caught your eye?
Well, not a comment. It was really like someone saying, with us not changing our lineup. But if you think Chelsea weren't in Europe, so wait, is that okay now? Okay, it's not okay. Well, Chelsea weren't in Europe and they were playing weekly, which is quite a long time. We're going to be playing midweek, then we're going to play Tuesdays, then Sundays or Saturdays, and we're doing that. And I think if you think of it like that, there's going to be so much squad change. In the October period, you can have the Premier League, you're going to have the League Cup, and you're going to have the Champions League. These three competitions we're all going to be playing in. So the squad depth and the squad change, I don't think you should be worried about. We'll be seeing Joe Pereira, we'll be seeing Romero, we'll be seeing De Gea, we'll be seeing Fosu. Oh, no, we won't. Awkward. We'll be seeing Chuanzebe. We'll be seeing Berlin play if Shaw's there. It's so many players you can switch with. But there is, I would like to see Pereira play there, but Pereira seems like he won't be. Apparently, he's going to be going on loan to Valencia. If he's not going to be playing at Man United, if he's not going to be playing, then put him on loan. But I'd like to have seen him at a Premier League club because we need him to be ready for the league. We need him to be strong and ready for the league and know what the league's about. And if he went on loan for a year at, say, a Bournemouth or a Southampton, then I think he'd excel and show the Premier League what Man United are pretty much missing from him. But if he goes for Valencia, he's already used to the league, the Spanish league, so he knows what he's getting there. But it's not the Premier League. So I would have preferred him to go on loan there. But if he does go on loan, it's another season. He can get under his belt and more experience.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of United fans would have, sort of, I guess they would have wanted him seen to get a few minutes in the team this season. But a loan move can only help you, really. I think in some cases it doesn't, but I think it will help him, and hopefully he can come back and be if he does go on loan, that is, he can come back and be a first team regular for Manchester United. And I think that can definitely happen. He's got a lot of potential. So, I mean, it'll be exciting to see where he goes. But a few of you guys saying, I know United lads are talking about it. Most title-winning sides have a starting 11. Vitality also agrees with that. And, I mean, yeah, I think, obviously, a lot of title-winning sides have that best 11. And I think it is true that you want that sort of consistency, and you want that sort of, a team which, if you know what I mean. I don't know why I'm messing up words here, but you know what I mean. Like, you want a team that is very consistent, and you want a team who can do it every single week. And having a set team and things like that would be very, very helpful for that. But I mean, sometimes you do want to rotate it. Obviously, you've got tiredness and things like that. So I think, yeah, I think I would like consistency, but I think it is sometimes good to rotate the team. Matt Wilson, thank you very much for joining. If you haven't already, also please go and subscribe to Zach's Footy World in the description down below. And also all the other Manchester United channels I've mentioned today: United Lads, Man United Max, Zach's Footy World, and also go subscribe to the United Roundup as well. But yeah, well, I think we've been live for about an hour now. Absolutely brilliant, all you guys that have joined us for this hour. I mean, oh, thank you, United fan. Thank you very much for reminding the faithful, and thank you very much for being a loyal fan as well, as all of you guys are. Absolutely brilliant. Zach's Footy World is the man in the call, the guy you can hear in the Skype call, providing some great debates and great points to do with the best club in the world. That's us. But yeah, his link is in the description down below if you do want to check him out. Does daily Manchester United videos. They're very decent videos, might I add. So yeah, go check it out.
I just want to add in something. You know how streaming, I usually, if you go onto my channel, I usually stream, but the YouTube streaming things, the apps you use are so bad. So I won't be streaming until I can get it on the YouTube thing, because it just pains me to see. We go live for 11 seconds or whatever, and then it goes, connection lost. I'm like, oh, cheers. Took me ages to set up that thumbnail title, get everyone ready, get hyped, and then it just dies. So yeah, I'll just be doing pre-records on that.
Yes, the perils of YouTube recording. But I think obviously, I mean, that's the more reason to try and get you up to 100 subscribers to get that YouTube app. It's all the more reason to go sub to Zach's Footy World. Go sub to him. And I mean, his content, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've been looking at a few Manchester United fan channels, and it's right up there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's right up there, and I would definitely recommend it. And I wouldn't put a link in the description if I wouldn't recommend it, guys. So it gets the Kieran Red Devil Weekly seal of approval, and that's all you need. So go and subscribe to Zach's Footy World. Alex says this and United lads are fantastic. Opinions always heard, as I always say. I think it's really important. I just think it's really cool. Like I get viewers at all, and I think for me it's really important to it's really important to interact. To interact with the viewers and interact with you guys, because you are the guys that make the stream, and without you guys, why would I bother? Why would I bother? So it's absolutely fantastic that you guys are here, and it's, as well as you've said, you've mentioned me and United lads. There's in the description you'll find other channels which are equally as good, if not maybe a bit better. So yeah, I mean, if you want to branch out, it's absolutely fantastic that you're watching us, but go subscribe to the links in the description as well. But thank you again for your loyal support, and thank you. This brilliant community that we've all built together is absolutely brilliant. But I mean, a lot of points been covered today, guys. It's been a fantastic live stream. We've had 13 viewers at one point, which is absolutely brilliant. I really do appreciate all your support. Asian Gamer says he has the best channel. Well, I mean, go check out Asian Gamer. Apparently, I did see a comment previously say you don't have any videos, but I doubt that. I think I've been on your channel. But yeah, I mean, go subscribe to him. Give everyone a sub, regardless if they have any videos. Just give everyone a sub.
Shout out to United fans saying you're the next Mark Goldbridge. Shout out.
There we go. Shout out United fan. I mean, thank you very much. I'm not sure. I mean, the way you've been performing today, Zach. I'm not sure what he's referring to. I mean, it's I think it's absolutely fantastic, guys. I really appreciate all the nice words, and thank you very much for joining me and things like that. Obviously, I understand that you guys will have sometimes have busy days and things like that. So thank you very much for taking your time out of your days to come and watch me and things like that, and watch everyone in the community. But yeah, I mean, I think we've covered a lot of the points that I was going to cover. But Zach, is there any points you want to cover before we end the stream?
Well, I just want to say, if you want to see Red Devil Weekly tomorrow on my channel, we're going to be doing a review of the Swansea game, and then I think it's a day or two I'm going to try and get one with you for that. But yeah, and also a shout out to my man Vitality for me, Zach for Team of the Week 49. Get on Vitality. But yeah, also get subscribed to Red Devil Weekly, because its content is literally the most underrated out of all the United channels. Like, you see people with 40k subs, and I think you're up there, mate. So yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Zach. Really appreciate it. But thank you very much for joining me as well. Thank you very much for taking time out of your day to. Yep, no problem at all. Alex says, "Don't try to be anyone. Be yourself, and you reach the top." It is brilliant words there by the inspirational Alex Burke. I totally agree. No point being somebody else, because you're not somebody else. You're yourself, and it's really I would say that's. I mean, obviously, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm like a huge success yet. Hopefully soon. But I think that is one of the pieces of advice that I would give to people if they say, "Oh, how do you think I should grow? Or how do you think I should go about making YouTube content?" I think a lot of the channels in the description, Zach and United lads and Man United Max, everyone who I recommend, and everyone I recommend sort of uses this. I think, be yourself, and I think just be your own personality, and I think that's being a fake person. I see a few people who are, I'm not going to mention names, but I do see people out there who sort of try and act up for the camera and don't show their real personality, but it's the personality that people are looking for. So 100%. Yeah.
That's why it's called YouTube.
And that's a good point, actually. I didn't think about that. But yeah, Jack Whelan's joined us. Welcome to the stream. If you haven't already, please do like the stream as well. But yeah, guys, I will be featuring on Zach's Footy World channel. Was it tomorrow you said?
Yeah, for the review of the Swansea game. And then if you want to check out our preview for the Leicester City game, it'll be there.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. So go check that out. Link in the description. But yeah, guys, I think, it's been a fantastic stream. If any of you have any other sort of comments to make in the live chat, anything like that, if you've got any last questions or anything like that, please do get them in. Obviously, I'm probably going to end the stream soon, so if you can, the quicker you get them in, the better. But I'm not going to rush you guys because you're great. Asian Gamer says, "Get me to 50 subs, and I do a rant."
Asian Gamer will have more subs than me soon. Jesus.
Oh, mate. I haven't seen any of your content, but you might be. I think. I'm gonna guess your. I'm gonna guess your. Guess it's a good content. I'll check it out for you. Don't worry. But yeah.
Apparently has no videos though.
All right. Yeah. So that's gonna be pretty difficult, actually. Yeah. Thinking about it. They want me to dab. Well, I mean.
Oh no! Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh no! Oh god! Not the fish fingers again! Not fish fingers again.
Someone just commented fish.
No,
oh, that's great. That actually made my night. Someone just put fish fingers. Lovely.
Brilliant.
Well, as I said, got to do the preview for Leicester City game soon, Zach. Us three and any other people want to join. Yeah, I think Ryan Davies from my channel wants to join. So we're gonna have a couple of people on, which would be really, really good. So we can get hopefully a little bit of a bigger audience going for the channel.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good to see everyone on and everyone, a lot of, a good discussion and things like that. And I think the more the merrier. United Lads says, "What are your thoughts on United Lads' new design thumbnail?" I think it's quite cool, actually. I do like it. I do like the new layout. The one thing, and I'm not criticizing it, but the one thing I would say is the picture of Anthony Martial from last season. But yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about that. It does look quite neat. If you haven't already, go check them out and you can see for yourself. But yeah, guys, it's been a fantastic stream. And as Matthew Jones says, 16 likes. Absolutely brilliant, guys. Fantastic support.
Yeah, you can join, bro. All you have to do is just hit me up on Skype. My Skype name is the same as my YouTube name, so just type that in. Saying Gamer, you definitely can join. Feel free to do so, man.
Yep. Yeah, I'm saying you don't have to keep putting in the chat. You can join the stream tomorrow, as Zach said. I will pass on his Skype obviously I'll Skype you and I'll pass on his Skype or whatever, or he can do it. I don't mind. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a good debate between us, and it'll be really fun. 13 viewers, guys. Brilliant.
Subscribe because Red Devil Weekly nearly at 150, and he does a diss track.
Well, you never know. That could come true. You never know.
150 for the Leicester game. He will do a diss track on Man City fans.
Yeah, I will, mate. I tell you what, I was thinking about doing that, but 150. Yeah, I think that might. 150 subscribers, and you never know what could be happening. Some fire might be dropping. But also, guys, do subscribe to Zach's Footy World as well. Link in the description down below. And yeah, guys, just before I end, Tube says Rooney helps City drop 2 big points in the EPL title race. Yes, brilliant to end on. Some positive that City have dropped points. Everyone around us is dropping points, dropping like flies, and we are top of the tree. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to everyone who's joined. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Zach's Footy World. Subscribe to all the channels in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter, which is the link in the description. Link in the description to my Twitter. And also go follow Zach on Twitter as well. If you can put your Twitter in there, but his Twitter is @thefootballg. So go and follow him on Twitter as well. Yeah, guys. Thank you, everyone who's watched the stream. And fish fingers!